trust me. Like, I feel like that. Pretty cool about it. Tell me everything that I have to do. So I did whatever.
I personally, with the eyes closed, I thought that he was going to be like as good as I was at the end, you know, so I was like kind of a bad leader.
Okay. What's up? What's up?
I was more freaked out because I didn't know where we were for the most part. Like, I knew that there were steps coming up and I was afraid that I was going to like fall and hurt my ankle. And so, but like, it was very weird because I knew where we were.
Oh, really? But like, by the end, I trusted him. I was able to do a lot more than I was in the beginning. In the beginning, I was really scared of like everything. But at the end, sometimes like the lighting moves, like up the stairs. That was scary. That was cool.
What's up?
Yeah.
Shadows? Yeah. Sunlight.
Yeah, shadows.
Okay. Alright, so hey, start grouping into nines. See if you can form 2 groups of 9. And if we got more than 9, that's cool. 9 minimum.
You are 4. You are 5. I am 5. I am 6.
10, 3.
We have 9. What do you got? You got more than 9?
We got 10.
Okay. So here we go. Let's get the 4 biggest people in your group. This is how I do they are. You guys can probably get a lot closer.
No, you're kneeling on my back. Look at what?
We got it though now. We got it.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
We're good.
Hey, that's easy to go on high. Make sure somebody's spotting at all times. Hey, never take this stuff like a joke. Y'all always say tie in your body. You will fire up. Your muscles be up. Your bones carry.
I will never.
Look close. Look close.
Just keep
Find the joints, y'all. Work with each other. Come on now. Work with each other. Keep your bodies close. The 3 on top. The 3 on top. Everybody get close.
All right, we got it.
wake up the pyramid.
Mark, watch your ankle.
Come on, lots of strength now. Bump it up. Make sure there's not too much pressure in one place. You need to abort, call it out. You need to abort.
Okay, well, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, Mark? Right.
Nice and tight. Take up the pound. Take the pound. Always focus. You've been starting. If you can't do it, call me more.
Yes, please.
You guys have Danya. Put Danya on top. Put Danya on top. She's smallest.
Gotta do it faster and figure out how fast. Yeah. You guys need to start.
Make sure you rest. Make sure you rest it up. Height, nice and strong. Focus up. Pick up. Climb up. Pick up. It's okay. Don't hurry. Come on, hang up. All right, get ready. Yeah. Yeah. we go. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so when you all drop, you drop down, and you focus onto the speaker. Wherever the speaker is, you give your attention to them. And remember, you start back up on the count. It'll be when the drums start. So this will be the general count. I'll go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Understand? So when you hear the first drum, the monologue stops, and we begin to rise. Here we go. One more time. Ready?
Your silence clamors in my ears. You can nail up your mouth or cut out your tongue, but you can't prevent your being there.
And the whole school knows it's gonna happen. There's like 100 kids out in the back of the parking lot, just waiting to see me cream Eddie Rendella. Tension is terrific, because everyone knows it's him or me. So I say to him, okay, you asshole, you ready? And I take off my shirt, and he takes off his shirt. First, I don't think that he's got me. He goes punching away like the stupid wop he is, using up all of his energy in the first 2 minutes. The whole time I'm thinking, that's it, Eddie, just wear yourself out. Well, within 2 minutes, he's like all done, except for the fact that I got blood dripping down my ears. I'm fresh as a daisy. So I go to him like, bam, 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 bam. You give, you give, you give. And then I get really scared because I can see he's unconscious. The rest is kind of a blur. Patsy ran to put her arms on me, that I know. And then Eddie opened his eyes, and I could see he was okay. I mean, thank God. I mean, I could have killed him.
If a man were porter of Hellgate, he should have old turning the key. Knock, knock, knock! Who's there in the name of Beelzebub? Faith, here's a farmer, and hang himself on the expectation of plenty. Oh, come in time. Have napkins and all about you. Here, you'll sweat for it. Knock, 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 who's there in the other devil's name? Faith. He is an equivocator.
Turned upside down since then. I couldn't go back to work when you left. I wanted to go straight to Dad and tell him that you had to get married. I loved you so much. And we did a terrible thing. We can never be forgiven. Not even to send him a card at Christmas. I didn't see him once since I got back from the war. You don't know what happened. You don't know what was done. Couldn't know he wouldn't be here. Dad came to work that day. The night foreman came to him and showed him the cylinder heads. They were coming out of the process with defects. There was something wrong with the process. So Dad goes directly to the phone and calls here. The morning passes. Tells Joe to come down. No sign of Joe. So Dad calls again. By this time, there were over 100 defectives. The army was screaming at him for stuff. And Dad, he had nothing to ship out.
And revisions, which a minute will reverse. For I've known them all already, I've known them all. I've known the mornings, the evenings, the afternoons. I've measured out my life with coffee spoons. I've heard the voices dying with the dying fall beneath the music from a farther room. So how shall I presume? I've known the eyes already, known them all. The eyes that fix you in a formulated phrase. And when you're fixed and wriggling on the wall, when you're pinned, then how shall I begin? Spit out the butt ends of my days and ways, and how shall I presume? Shall I say that I've walked through dusk, through narrow streets, and watched smoke rising from the pipes of lonely men in shirt sleeves leaning out of windows? I should have been a pair of rugged claws settling across empty beach sands.
Come on, come on!
Let's have the decency to sign the death certificate, collect insurance, and invest the money in something with the future. Ah, we can't because we have a responsibility to our community, our employees. Now, 2 words from that. Who cares? Care about them? They didn't care about you. They sucked you dry. You have no responsibility to them. For the last 10 years, this company has been trying. This community care. Did they ever say, we'll lower your taxes, reduce water and soap? No! No! The past 2 years, we've been twice what we can. And the mayor's son of a bitch, he's making twice what he made 10 years ago. And our devoted employees, after taking no increases for 3 years, are still making twice what they made 10 years ago. And our stock, well, it's 1/6. Who cares? Who cares? I'll tell you. Me. I'm not your best friend. I am your only friend. I care about you in the only way that matters. On business. I'm making you money. And let's not forget, that is the only reason any of you became stockholders in the business. To make money. Come on, come on.
say 35% of the men are single. 5% are straight-looking gays who come to put the make on the 15% of the male population that can be had. In other words, an normal bar. Look, I'm not one of those low self-esteem types that desires to be a dick cushion for any foreign executive. I just wanted to be tested for, fitted, to test my power to attract. Okay, the guy who started talking to me was like this Irish peasant. Red-faced, smooth skin, red suit.
Japanese sub slammed two torpedoes into our side sheet. Just coming back from the island of Tinian delayed. 1,100 men went down into the water. The vessel sank in under 12 minutes. Just delivered the bomb. Hiroshima bomb. Of course, what we didn't know was, because our bomb mission was so secret, no distress signal had been sent. Well, sharks come cruising early next light. We form ourselves into tight groups, idea being shark come near, man start pounding and hollering. Sometimes shark go away. Sometimes he wouldn't go away. Sometimes the shark look her right in the eyes. Think about a shark. Black, lifeless eyes. A doll's eyes. Doesn't even seem to be living till he come at you, bite you. And those eyes roll over white. You hear that terrible high-pitched screaming sound. The water turns red. They just come in. Chariots.
Instead of dancing, rolling. Instead of dancing, rolling. The rich will get richer and the poor will get poorer. In the final hour, many heads will lose power. But what does the rich versus poor really mean? Psychologically, it means you gotta pick your team. When they say the rich gets richer, it means they want to enrich themselves. When the poor gets poorer, it means their minds can't switch from the ghetto. Let go, it's not a novelty. You could love your neighborhood without loving poverty. Follow me. Every father, son, brother, daughter. There's no reason to fear the New World Order. We should order the whole New World to pay us. The New World Order and the old state chaos. Because a big brother watching over you, that's a lie, you see. Hip-hop can build its own secret society. But first, you and I got to unify and stop this negativity and control our creativity. When they say rich gets richer, how come we ain't richer? Rolling! Rolling!
When we met, it was like fireworks. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but it was this marvelous kind of passion. Just made every day like 4th of July. Anyway, next thing I knew, we were standing in front of the Justice of the Peace getting married. I mean, there we were getting married. I hadn't even finished high school yet, and I had 2 exams the next day. They were on my mind too. I heard the Justice of the Peace say, "Do you Jack take Jill to be your lawfully wedded wife?" I mean, could you imagine going through life as Jack and Jill? And then I heard, "Till death do you part." Suddenly,
wasn't a wedding ceremony, it was a funeral service. You know, that wedding ceremony is a very morbid thing when you think about it. I hate anything morbid, and there I was being buried alive under Jack Benson. Oh, I wanted to run out screaming into the night. I couldn't. It was 10 o'clock in the morning. I mean, you can't run out screaming after 10 o'clock.
Crawley!
When I was 11, I came across this medical book that had pictures in it. And I realized that I looked more like a boy than a girl. But my mother had always wanted a girl or a bestseller, and I don't want to disappoint her. But then some days, I don't know what gets into me. I just feel like striking out at them. So I waited until she was having one of her crying fits, and I took the book to her. I was 12 now. And I said, "Have you ever seen this book? Are you totally insane? Why have you named me Daisy?"
This guy I was reading about. And so this guy was so pent up hostility that his head fell right down inside his body. No shit, that's what I was reading about. His head, it fell straight down between his shoulders. It fell straight down. Till all you could see was two little eyeballs peeping out over his collarbone. In fact, his head doesn't disappear completely. Now, I want you to pay very close attention to this, because this case is a lesson in itself. Now, everybody used to tell this particular guy, take it easy, lighten up, maybe see an analyst, which he refused to do on the grounds that it would cost too much. Which turned out to be a really stupid economy because, you know, with his head inside like that, he had to hire a guy full-time, 7 days a week, and lead him around so he could see where he was going. Now, the guy was so tight with his money, he even tried to solve that problem by bringing this ingenious system of mirrors up, like a periscope. But, you know, with the natural movements of his body and all, that kept knocking mirrors out of alignment. So, on top of the guy he hired to walk him around anywhere, he had to hire another guy, full-time, 7 days a week, to keep readjusting the mirrors, and he could have the expensive one. When his hip subsided as far as his stomach, he went to this top-notch transplant surgeon, and he hired him to replace his belly button with a clear plastic flexible mirror so he could see where he was going. And I'm happy to say, he upgraded.